So, you're playing sports. Well, we have to make sure that we stretch our bodies after we work them out to make sure that we don't get knots in our muscles or other soreness. So, I'm going to lead you through just a few different stretches that you can do anytime. This is yoga, but we'll just start with a little bit of an introduction, okay? So you can come to a seat on your mat or on the floor any way that's comfortable for you. I'm going to sit right down on my sit bones. Those are the little bones at the back of your hips when you sit on the ground. And I'm going to cross my legs, one under the other. And if my knees are up like this, that's okay too. But I'm working towards pushing my knees down towards the floor and finding a comfortable seat on my sit bones. You can also use a block or a bolster or some other type of cushion like this to help you get a nice tall seat, if that's more comfortable for you, where your knees go closer down to the mat. But today, I'm not going to use a prop. I'm just going to start sitting. Now I want you to put your hands on your knees. You can either have your palms facing up to the sky, or you can have your palms facing down. Whatever is comfortable for you and your hands. What's important is that you start to connect to your breath. So you're going to inhale deeply and exhale deeply. I want you to start breathing in through your mouth, your nose, and out through your mouth. So now check in with the rest of your body as you continue breathing deeply. So your hands, like I said, resting gently on your knees. You're breathing, checking in with all the parts of your body. Maybe you can feel that your ankles are making contact with the mat. You can feel your sit bones sinking in. And you want to make sure that your back is nice and straight. Inhaling, you're going to bring length in your spine. And you might feel your shoulders raise up towards your ears. Now I want you to make sure when you're exhaling, you bring those shoulders back and down away from your ears. Now I'll turn so you can see me better. You want to make sure that you're not slouching and you're not overdoing it with the flexion and extension in your spine. So just finding a nice neutral spine. We're inhaling and exhaling. And as you inhale, you're going to feel your belly really fill up with air. Normally we spend our life breathing in the top half of our chest, so it's quite shallow. But during yoga practice, we want to make sure that we're breathing very deeply as long as it's comfortable. All of the moves that I show you, it's important that you only go to where it's comfortable for you. That's the most important thing about yoga, is listening to your body. So we're still sitting here, inhaling and exhaling. You might have your eyes sort of closed or softly closed. And you're just going to check in with your body. This is a great way to start all of your practices. So even if it's not in the video, I encourage you to just sit on your mat for 5 minutes and breathe before you start your practice. Sometimes we take mudras or gestures with our hands, but right now we're just placing our palms face down or face up. Check in with your shoulders again. As you inhale, they might rise up, and as you exhale, make sure you push them back and down. You want to be really relaxed in your entire body. And slowly you'll find your knees coming from up here and slowly pushing towards the ground the longer you sit. From here, I want you to inhale and take both your hands up over your head. Your palms face each other. And again, your shoulders probably came way up by your ears, but I want you to try and push them back down. Just let your hands gently touch if that's comfortable for you. And then inhale and bring your gaze up. Exhaling. You'll hear me cue you to inhale and exhale, but that just means when it's comfortable for you, move on that inhale or exhale. You see, I'll say inhale as we rise our arms up, and then exhale as we bring them down. But that doesn't mean that you should stop breathing in between. Continue inhaling and exhaling throughout all the videos, and take that inhale as your cue to move, and the exhale as your cue to move again. Yoga is connecting breath and movement. So if I say inhale, arms up, you can still exhale when you get to the top, and inhale again. But then the next time I say exhale, arms down, you just choose the next exhale that's coming to you, okay? So these are some of the basics. Connect to your breath again. You feel your belly filling up like a balloon with air every time you inhale, all the way down your chest and to the bottom of your belly. Exhaling, deflating. Okay, so we're gonna do our stretches now. Inhale, bring your arms and your gaze up to the sky. Exhale, arms back down. Inhale, arms up, palms together, face each other. As you exhale, let your right hand down to the ground and keep your left hand in the air. It's okay if you do the opposite. It's up to you. It's your practice. Just make sure you do both sides every time we do something, okay? So your left hand is in the air. You're inhaling to find that length in your spine. And as you exhale, I want you to just tilt over to the right. Make sure you don't collapse into your side. You want to keep this side really nice and long. Inhaling to find length, and as you exhale, you just slowly push over to the side without collapsing. You can keep your right hand planted on the mat for some support. Keep breathing, and then on an inhale, bring your right hand up to meet your left. Palms are facing each other. Bring your shoulders down, back away from your ears. Inhale, find length, and exhale. Put your left hand down behind you, plant it onto the mat. Inhale, look up and find the length in your spine and in your arm. And as you exhale, start to just bend over towards the left. We don't want to collapse this side on the left. We want to keep it nice and strong, maybe by pushing into the ground. We want our gaze, our eyes, to follow our hand. And if we can inhale and find more length and exhale to curve over to the left just a bit more, then we'll take a nice deep inhale, bringing our left hand up to meet our right, and exhale. Put them back down on the ground beside you. If it's comfortable for you, I want you to push both hands into the mat behind you. You might need to spider your fingertips a bit, and just take a nice gentle back bend as you inhale. Bring your chest forwards, maybe drop your head just a little bit to the back. Be really careful with your neck. And then exhale, come back to neutral. Drop your hands, maybe put them on your knees. Inhale and exhale. Connect to your breath again. Throughout yoga, you can breathe how you like, but one way to build a fire within and find strength in your postures is to breathe in such a way where you're inhaling through your nose and then also exhaling through your nose, but with the sound coming out of your throat. Now this takes a bit of practice, but we call it the ocean breath. So it sounds a bit like the ocean. I'm sort of almost growling as I exhale, and the air is still coming out my nose. So if you can start to practice that, you'll perfect it someday, and it will help you with your postures and your practice. So breathing however is comfortable for you, we're going to continue a few more gentle stretches. Every time we do yoga, we want to warm up our spine in all of the directions. So as you saw, we already tilted our spine from side to side and we stretched it up. But what other directions do we have to go in now? Well, it would be great to fold forwards and do more back bending, like that small back bend we took. So right now, we're going to make sure that our sit bones are still rooted, we're comfortable, and this isn't hurting our knees or anything. And if it is, just find a cushion or something to support you. Inhale to find your breath. And as you exhale, I want you to take your hands and just slowly start to walk them forwards. I'm going to turn so you can see me better, but you stay like this and just keep slowly walking forwards. The reason I'm turning is because it's quite important for you to keep your back straight as you lean forwards. I don't want you to lean forwards like this. That's not good for the top of your back. So what I want you to do is find that nice tall seat. Inhale to find it. And as you exhale, start to hinge from your hips and just walk your hands out forwards. Keeping your chin up can help you to keep your back straight. Once you find a spot where you can't really go any further without curving your spine, that's when I want you to just drop your head. Now you might only be back here, and that's okay. Or maybe you're really flexible and you're all the